All right, ELD with Brainstorm MTG here with a new feature, which we're calling Split Second. This is double speed video with commentary of Legacy action. This was filmed at Scholars Games at our Wednesday night Legacy event. We have 3 rounds this week with me piloting Elves, and up first, up against Andrew. He does tend to play fast decks so far, and I put him on Belcher. It turns out he's actually on Burn. So it'll be always interesting to see how that plays against Elves. If there's ever a point where you want to turn some of those burn spells into creature removal. Essentially, in Legacy, Burn is a bit of a combo deck, really just looking to assemble that 20 damage to the face, usually 3 damage at a time. Of course, you also have Fire Blast and Price of Progress to do even more damage. We'll see how this goes. Opening up on turn 1, Wooded Foothills fetching into Wirewood Symbiote. Very good defensive creature in this matchup. You can block with Elves and then return them to your hand. And definitely buy a lot of time getting maximum use out of those 1/1 bodies. And Swift Spear coming in off of Bloodstained Mire for Andrew. Passing back, we've got Elvish Visionary. That's going to draw a card and could potentially be a very good blocker, kind of preventing damage and drawing extra cards each turn here. That Cavern of Souls making Elves uncounterable, not particularly relevant in this matchup. If anything, it's more of a liability to Price of Progress. And then 2 mana, got a Searing Blaze with landfall. And Swift Spear's prowess pushing through some extra damage as well. So Andrew's deck functioning as he would like. Dryad Arbor and then a Green Sun Zenith for 1. And it's gonna be the Symbiote again. Building that mana base on the side of Elves. Very dangerous, of course. Natural Order, a blowout card if you do have the bodies. Chain Lightning, going to do 3 damage. Monastery Swift Spear getting blocked and returned. And there's the Eidolon. Very few cards in the deck will not take damage from Eidolon. And here we have 1, Green Sun Zenith, for 3. Getting Reclamation Sage, blowing up that Eidolon. That is a huge tempo shift there. Swinging for 1 with the Wirewood Symbiote. That 2 power does threaten to kill that Monastery Swift Spear as well. That Chain Lightning. Lava Spike, and then a block in return as well. Suspending Riftbolt, and Andrew getting very low cards in hand here, down to just 7. And another Elvish Visionary draw trigger. And 1 more. And it looks like Glimpse of Nature is in hand. May not be enough time in this game for Glimpse. It seems like Natural Order would be the most important card you could draw here. Plenty of bodies online now. Down to just 4. And Goblin Guide and Monastery Swift Spear. Both turning sideways. Get to see what the top of the library is with that Goblin Guide. That fetch land. I'm going to fetch first here. So it looks like 5 mana available right now. Untap with the Wirewood Symbiote could generate extra mana. Untapping a Dryad Arbor. Oh, and Gaia's Cradle. That is a spicy one right there. That is going to produce a ton of mana. If we can survive to our turn. Going over the blocks here at just 3 life. It does seem likely that there's no Lightning Bolt. I mean, even if there is, you're dead. So it looks like just the Swift Spear being blocked. Going down to 1. Untapping. There's Gaia's Cradle. That's going to tap for 4 mana on its own. And casting Natural Order. It did look like Craterhoof was in hand. Probably could have actually just cast that. But there's the Craterhoof. And it is on to game 2 at just 1 life. What a nail biter there against Burn. They often are. That last card in hand from Andrew, just a mountain. Going into game 2 here. Looks like Scavenging Ooze is going to come in. Abrupt Decay would be a consideration. But not a whole lot for the Burn matchup. It's really not that big a percentage of the metagame. And it's got to be a really favorable matchup for Elves in general. Of course, Burn could bring in cards that are specifically designed to kill a lot of Elves. Cards like Electrickery. But honestly, or Pyroclasm, those type of effects, the sweepers, but that's really not the role that Burn is looking to do. If you do have something like that, you're going to probably want it to also deal damage to the face, so Searing Blaze, definitely solid. There are a few other sweepers to consider that also do damage to players. Earthquake effects. There's one from Darksteel, Flame Break, I believe. Let me know in the comments if you remember that one. It's a 3 red, and I believe it does 3 damage to all creatures and players. Here we go. Andrew really hoping that opening hand is going to assemble 21 damage, or 20 damage as quickly as possible. Very often 3 damage at a time. And he opens again on Bloodstained into a mountain. And this time just Lava Spike. So probably one of the weakest openings that the deck can have there is just a Lava Spike to the face. The deck really wants a creature on the first turn, either Swift Spear or Goblin Guide, to really push through as much damage as possible early. Each hit makes it so you need essentially 1 less card to go to the face. Those creatures, of course, are best early when they can get by. Once larger creatures start clogging up the board, it can be tough. And Andrew, again, with just a Lava Spike. So it looks like he's really been unable to draw a second land here, or perhaps he's sandbagging one for Searing Blaze. So Deathrite Shaman off of Glimpse. Gaia's Cradle tapping for 2. Nettle Sentinel now. Wirewood Symbiote, so continuing to draw extra cards off of this Glimpse of Nature. Return to untap. Might as well, and it looks like that'll likely be the end of that Glimpse. A solid little burst of card advantage there. Elves really happy to Green Sun Zenith for 0 or cast a Deathrite on the first turn. And there we have Searing Blaze taking out the Dryad Arbor. Right now, Cradle is tapping for 3 mana. And another Glimpse possible here. Fetch land. Gonna fetch up a Dryad Arbor. Slightly better than a dual land here in that it does have the ability to be sacked to Natural Order, and it does pump the Gaia's Cradle. Oh, and there's the Natural Order right there. So this threatens to be a very fast game here. That's all those creatures are going to get +4/+4. And it looks like we've got lethal there. That'll be 9, 8, and 5. And Fire Blast, ooh, taking out his mana base. It will keep him alive momentarily. So it looks like Fire Blast targeted the Deathrite, which got returned off of Wirewood Symbiote. Andrew managing to stay alive at just 2, shows the Grim Lavamancer, and that is it. So Elves really showcasing some serious power there on the second turn. Drawing a bunch of extra cards, and then the Natural Order follow-up for a giant Craterhoof Behemoth. Really burn, unable to do anything to hang there. That's just sometimes how it goes against one of the more versatile decks in the format. So, all right, that is the end of round 1. We've got 2 more Elf matchups here in double speed. This has been the Split Second with ELD from Brainstorm MTG. Thanks for watching.